Hello everyone, this is Edward. It's been a while since I've created a video for you. Lately I've thought about coming back to you to get back on track, and finally I found a way to get an external camera going so that there's better lighting um, in this particular environment. It's not that great, but it's good enough that it'll serve its purpose. While I've been away, I've been pretty busy writing and coming to finish my book. Um, it's a spiritual, mystical autobiography, and wanted to get that done, but ran into a little bit of a snag medically. I've had a medical issue come up for the past couple of months, and so that kind of gave me another detour, and I wasn't able to finish the last parts of my book. The name has changed, but I'll save that note until it's complete, and then I'll let you know what the name is for that particular manuscript. Currently, there's a lot that's happening, in the world. A lot of dynamics and power shifting, etc., as I expected. Um, so I'm getting geared to um, make these videos for you and offer you some insights by way of several things. Number one is coming to speak about the level of consciousness, or the nature of mind, the nature of consciousness, and how it works, why it is the way it works. I'm going to be using the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. I won't go into too much depth because it is quite um, deep, and being a Scorpio, I can go into depth of discovery and researching to this um, value. And there are four major parts to the sutras, and I just want to introduce to you what my thoughts are in regards to how to present that to you. I won't go throughout the whole book of the mind, the development of consciousness, etc. But I will give you the basis of what might help you to discern your own mind in terms of your thinking, too much thought, too much fire in the mind, too much air, too much airiness, if you will. Mars is a good indicator to surgeries, etc. So it gives us an example in terms of the value of consciousness, the research that I'd like to go into, but I like to make it very, very simple because I don't want to get carried away with um, the potential of getting lost. And the depth of this experience will take us into various avenues and whatnot to describe to you, what are the non thinking values versus the mind and consciousness value, and what are the terms that might be suitable, what are the elements that can describe to us um, a map, if you will, to discern where you might be at in regards to your journey. And of course, those that are listening to this video are going to be people who are spiritually involved, spiritually evolved, and you might be teachers, you might be students that are continuing the journey to seek within. And so I'm able to bring into focus the map, if you will, the map of consciousness in researching your own depth of being. Um, and in that process, describe to you what my particular experiences in meditation have been that suggest these certain values. In the previous videos that I've uploaded, and so they might be still there, I don't know. But the videos have described to and present to you my personal experience at the level of divine consciousness, or the value of uh, the karmic and dharmic values that speak to um, being directed and coming into this world, the physical world. I spoke to you about these values that describe the dharmic, uh, the non-thinking values that I was able to respond to, and by that be cognitive without thinking. And this is the aspect of mind or consciousness, because consciousness is mind and mind is consciousness. By the way, I'm wearing my Seattle hat. It's probably going to be the last time I wear my Seattle hat. I've never been to a Seattle game, but nevertheless, they've cleaned house and all the major players in Seattle, except the quarterback, I believe, are gone. And so that being said, they're what I like to term self-sabotaging their team. So I probably most likely will not watch them any longer and no longer be involved with them as a 12th man, a fan of Seattle. Nor the 49ers, because Kaepernick is gone and there's a great injustice that the NFL is carrying on. Long story short, this is a video regarding development of consciousness, researching your own consciousness, that I'll be able to speak about and take us to a depth. And that way, utilizing the tarot cards as well. The manifest expression of consciousness comes in different flavors. People draw. For centuries, artists have developed beautiful paintings, the Mona Lisa, um, Picasso, various artists in the world, Rembrandt. All these people, they have numerous experiences in past lives that they brought in their particular lives, patterns that suggest unconscious um, development manifested as perfection of art. Michelangelo, the art and the statues that he has created, um, that he has left us. So with the tarot in itself is an expression of one's mindset, one's consciousness, that when you do spread in tarot, you are in effect entering your own mind, your own consciousness. And so if you work with tarot and you work with others, then you know what I'm speaking about, that the value of consciousness is manifested through the mind, no matter if it's uh, the one using the tarot or the uh, client. chances are you want to pay attention to what the client is speaking about, that Tarot would manifest this value of clarity to the question. Clarity that speaks to the clarity of consciousness, the clarity of mind. And so the Tarot is very useful in that expression, just like artwork. So Tarot, in its many different forms, is a very artistic creation. I like to use the Morgan Greer Tarot, as well as the Lenormand miniature Tarot, and also the third Tarot I like to use is the Italian. And it's a new one, so I can't remember the name, but nevertheless, um, we'll get that for us. So my thoughts about bringing up this conversation today is to let you know of my thoughts, that I am going to be coming forward with the value of creating these videos for the purpose of teaching, but also for the purpose of um, calling others into their own journey in terms of their own creation, their self-empowered nature to their world. I think that's really important, is that you meet yourself through self-empowered dynamics. Um, and I think I could be of help with you in coming to discovery. And so that's why I'm looking at several elements to help us. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. And so whatever comes to my mind, for instance, meditation, the depth of consciousness when one comes into a mystical level of being, that one discerns, is my mind overworking, or are there master teachers speaking to me, or as I'm sitting, my mind is running amok. Chances are, if you're new to this, your mind is going to be all over the place. But nevertheless, even in my own experience, my mind is all over the place. But the fact is that when you go to a certain depth of consciousness in your practice, you'll be able to discern whether it's your mind or your higher mind that is speaking to you. And chances are, in my experience, it's going to be my own higher mind. But it also will suggest the mind of the masters, the mind of the teachers. But it will always come true to you that in your experience, you can ask yourself, who is the master of your being? Your soul consciousness will speak to you through various um, channels, if you are open to understanding what these channels are, the chakras, if you will. That there are lotuses that are attributed to each chakra. And so those individual chakras will come to you as lotuses. Sometimes a single lotus. Well, that will suggest to you that this single lotus that is coming up from you, in some cases I have seen that, and within myself, that single lotus is the lotus of consciousness, of pure consciousness. And that is primarily the second chakra, the lotus coming from the second chakra. Um, Although there are six chakras to the second, I'm sorry, six lotuses to the second chakra. I think I said that. That speak to the development of creation, creativity, spontaneity, intuition, um, that's connected to how you are creating in your life. But in your practice, you could go deeper and ask the question um, to the chakras, whatever chakras that might be, and become involved and communicate and have a dialogue with those particular chakras. Just like Tarot, these lotuses will come up and expand as they are expanded, and sometimes they are constricted depending on your development, etc. And that one can discern, for instance, the throat chakra. Throat chakra, the fifth chakra, that relates to the tortoise. The tortoise is that animal which is also indicative to um, the shamanic or traditional peoples like Puerto Rico, the United States. Its expression is that of the turtle and, and reflects the turtle island, if you will, the people of the turtle island, uh, which is the United States and the Caribbean, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Dominican Republic. All this area is the turtle island that is connected to the fifth chakra. And so you come to a place of discerning what that means. Well, it means control of thirst, a control of hunger. So anytime that your thirst is parching your throat or your hunger is overwhelming, just go into the fifth chakra, and that's where you control thirst and hunger. And that will dissipate. Your thirst and hunger will dissipate. It will disappear. Um, so this is the dialogue of which I like to bring to you, primarily bring us some tools, some skills to help us along the journey in drawing out this map. What does this map look like? Well, the map of consciousness we'll speak about and what that looks like. And once again, um, it's this value of non-thinking versus thinking, and karma and dharma, the physical world, the cosmic world, the causal world, etc., the seven states of consciousness, uh, the waking, dreaming, and um, sleeping states of consciousness. So there's lots to talk about in this regard that I look forward to bringing to you in the very near future. Um, and so my thoughts are to offer this to you, and at the same time hoping that I could teach more at this level of awareness in researching your own consciousness through my own experiences. And so with that, I thank you for looking at this video, for being present to your own journey. And it's a sweet journey. It's a trying journey. It's certainly a journey that we can make the best of at this time, especially a political journey that is so out of control. And with that, we just have to be patient. And so with our meditation, our constant daily prayer, um, by going within the depth of your own consciousness, your own divinity, your own spirit will bless the world with that. And so making life brighter for others as well in the world. And so let us clear our minds, and that way we can have clarity of the Sacred Heart. So we can come into that sacred being within and truly live reality in life. Okay, thank you for being present, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.